Today on Toy Shiz, welcome back everyone, Toy Shiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look. And today we are totally checking out the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, the Batman from the upcoming movie in March. This is their new Batcycle, which, yeah, we've gotten quite a few McFarlane Batcycles so far, but this one is straight from the movie. On the backside, you can see Batman riding said Batcycle. You get a good look, kind of sort of, at the Penguin. You have Catwoman, Riddler, and Batman, of course. So we do know that those four characters are coming thus far, plus that Bruce Wayne. Here's the barcode as well. Found mine at Target, so they are hitting store shelves now. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, the Batman Batcycle. And here's the Batcycle all out of the packaging, and it's a really nice looking Batcycle, really nice looking vehicle. That's always one solid aspect of McFarlane Toys' release. They do really nice vehicles, and this one is no exception. It's got the whole Batman motif, a lot of gunmetal, a lot of monstrous exhaust ports to it and huge tires. He does come with a card, of course. It's a little bit different. They've kind of rounded out the tips of the card this time. Here's a little bit of a bio for the Batcycle. To be honest with you, it's not much. Then you get an extra hand for the Batman figure. Once we have him in hand, then we can kind of check this out better. But yeah, in all honesty, we'll just be looking at the really cool Batcycle today. And like I said, this is really well done. It's got a little heft to it. Nicely painted. It's got huge tires. Both rotate, of course. Got these really nice exhausts. The paint is good there. They spin, big, huge, chunky tires, which, again, nicely done. You got rivets. It's pretty solid. It has all the elements of a motorcycle. I won't pretend to know the exact parts and details of a motorcycle, but hey, it's got handlebars and pedals and a light on the front, everything else. I like the Batman sort of just aspects to it. It's very subtle, but that's actually cooler than just putting Batman logo right on there. All the machine parts, the engines, it's got weathering effect. I dig this. There's really no rough parts on this, to be quite honest with you. It's just a bat bike, and of course, whether or not what it fits, we'll see in just a second. It does have a stand, because otherwise, if it doesn't use this, it will topple to and fro. So you definitely have to utilize this stand. It's actually a really simple solution. There's nothing really complicated to it. Just kind of pop underneath and yeah, it stays put. You can put a figure on there and it won't go falling over, because trust me, yeah, you will not be able to get this thing to stand without the stand. Unless you have a big enough figure, you can put the leg on the ground and whatnot. Now, when I first saw the Batman trailer, I thought, well, hey, wait a minute. I already have that figure, so to speak. You know what I mean? The Bezco, was it Ascending Knight Batman, is one of my favorite Batman figures. An elegant looking figure. It's totally different while still maintaining. It's a little bit of a Paul Pope Batman to me. I really like that Batman Year 100 sort of style. He will fit and kind of look corny on it at the same time. He does look good, but as you can see, his butt won't go all the way down. You can't really get the legs. It's more of an articulation to then form-fitting to the bike. And that's how a lot of, well, the different lines we'll take a look at really go. The bike is solid, but it's all about who you're going to put on top. So in all honesty, standing next to the bike looks good. When he's on it, the cape covers up the butt hanging off the bag, yada yada. It's just maybe a little bit too big. Same thing with, it's going to depend on your Marvel Legends, right? If you're going to go that route and get this bike for that, Wolverine is entirely too short of a figure for this. He can't even get his legs down. You can't get the hands holding the handlebars. So that's really not going to work. However, like I said, it's all about who you're going to pick and choose. Legion doesn't look too shabby on there, and you can actually make him work. So it's very dependent on the Marvel Legends figure you choose. As far as DC Multiverse go, which is, as I'm assuming, should be for all these figures, Batman Beyond, for the most part, he works. It's all about the articulation, though, and that's where characters say, like the Jason Todd Red Hood, won't really work in that sense with the ab crunch and the hands. You can actually get the Barbara Gordon Batgirl figure to get on there. And then it's kind of cool. There's room for two, so you could go that route if you want. And again, with all the different multiverse figures, if you didn't want to display them riding the motorcycle, I think they look pretty dang good standing next to it. Let's say Gotham White Knight, which, yes, he has his own Batcycle anyways. He fits more or less on there, just a little bit awkward in some positions. Batman Year 2, again, if you kind of lift up the cape and whatnot, they're always having to move forward. It's not the most naturalistic look for riding this said motorcycle. Yes, you have to lean forward and do all that, but it is the articulation of said action figures which limit. Yes, they'll fit and they do scale well with the motorcycle, but as you can see, if you just wanted to have Batman sitting on the motorcycle without the really deep ab crunch, he can't move forward enough to really grab the handlebars. But again, just in kind of situating it, standing him next to it, not too shabby. How about NECA Toys' offerings? Well, I would say this. Again, in scalature and sitting it next to the bike, it looks pretty dang good. It's really the articulation that NECA puts on these figures. You can't really get it all in a natural pose to really sit on the bike. DC Collectibles, DC Direct, I kind of thought, well, why not, right? Because they're making a comeback because of McFarlane. Let's say the Zombie or DC Essentials Batman, he doesn't look too shabby on there at all. So you could get him going if you wanted to go that route. And for some of you previously who had mentioned this in the comments section when I posted about the bike, if you wanted to go the Spawn route and put, let's say, the Gunslinger Spawn, because he does have a bike in the new comics, it actually doesn't look too bad. Again, it's all about situating, making it look right, posing him right, if you want to take the time to do it, or just save all that and stand him next to the bike. The bike is solid. I love the paint on it. I really like the look of this Batcycle. I really like the look of the new Batmobile too. I have high hopes for the Batman movie. However, I really do think it's going to be an entirely different Batman and a Batman movie in general, and I don't know how well it's going to be received, but fingers crossed, because I am looking forward to it during, was it March 4th? As far as putting the figures on there, I don't have the new Batman figure yet for the movie, which this bike is specifically said to be for, so we'll have to wait until that figure comes in. However, if you want to do other lines, Marvel Legends, NECA, it's all going to depend how you want to situate it and whatnot, but for the most part, a good 6 to 7, 8-inch style figures will look pretty solid on the bike. But I am curious to know what you guys think about this new Batcycle. Is it for you? Will you be grabbing? Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk everything McFarlane Toys. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, a lot of Batcycles going around. Let's get some other vehicles for some other characters, that's for sure. And when we do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.